right, guys, we're almost through. Hey, I just want to let you know, we have the most wonderful staff here. I love our staff. I love how we work together. I love our team. I love our children's ministry team because the whole idea is we're here to support each other. We're here to love each other. The amount of people who serve in our church is unheard of in the modern day church. We have we're probably about 40% of our people that attend on a Sunday that are actually serving somewhere in our church. And that is unheard of in the modern day church, which means there's just a heartbeat to love others, to train others, to see kids. And so we are very, very, very blessed. And sometimes when we may feel a little short-staffed and we're like, oh, we don't have enough workers, and I feel that way. But yet, we are very, very, very blessed. So I'm sorry, it's a little plug, but it's a plug for you guys. It's a plug for people that want to serve and want to be a part. And I think they want to be a part because they see, hey, there's something here of value. They have a why. Hey, I'm helping train the next generation. I'm helping train this generation to be ready to serve God, to love God. A huge thing for me is that kids, when they come out of this area and move into youth, is they have a relationship with God and they understand having a relationship. So very, very, very big for me. All right, here we go. We're on page 20. And then we're getting ready to run around the building. After this section, we'll probably be running around the building showing you some of the protocols and some of the things that we're supposed to do. And so the camera's going to get very jerky and up and down and crazy. So here we go. Well, we're still calm for a minute. Be present. Biggest thing, second one, call them by name. Hey, the greatest thing you can do, the greatest word in the world for anyone to hear, even adults, is your own personal name. So learn their names. This is why we want to put the name tags on them where they're visible and that we see them, and we want to call them by that name. The second one is, third one down there is put away your phone. So I have my phone out most of the time because I'm getting text and things going on for security and all that. But I'm not on my phone playing games during, Sunday night, I may be on my phone playing a game and relaxing and doing crossword puzzle. But when I'm at church, I am not on my phone. Sometimes I can use my phone to check schedules and who's coming, who's next for that class. Things like that. Man, look at that. Our centers that we do and the things that we have, man, it is all about being present. And it's about playing. We do not have electronic games for the kids to play because it creates isolation. So we have that for a reason. There you go. There's some open-ended questions that are really good, especially this is for your older kids, elementary, or just elementary kids. Preschool kids, there's some great questions that you can ask them. Hey, what was the best part of your week last week? Man, what a great question. That's a great question for adults. What was the best part of your week? I think it's cool and that we do that a lot. We always talk about, hey, what was a win, All right, addressing parents. So here's the deal. Addressing parents, you're more than welcome to address parents on positive things. I think it's the greatest thing in the world when a parent comes to pick up a child, for you to be able to look at them and go, hey, so-and-so participated in this on the stage today. They did so good. They're just so energetic. Oh, they were just, they just hammed it up. They did so wonderful. Share the good. If there are discipline issues, guess what? That's where we come in. We're not looking to you as volunteers to be able to address parents and go, hey, so-and-so. Okay, that's our job. So let us do it. Let us do our job. Let us be sensitive to help those parents walk through that. Had to do it hundreds of times. It's not easy. I don't love doing it, but it's necessary. And so we're ready and willing to do that. So we're not expecting you to address behavior issues. That's our job, which means you got to tell us ahead of time that the incident happened so we're aware of it. And we can help the parent. And sometimes we don't necessarily meet with the parent right then, but we can if we will to, if we need to. 21. I'm just going to be behavior issues in the classroom discipline. I think the biggest thing is redirecting. It is all about redirecting, and it's also about having a structured class. The structure, if you have a structure and you're going from here to here to here, if you got a structured class, we don't have a lot of discipline issues in our church. I'm not saying we won't in the future or we have days or moments. We do have days and moments that kids have gotten out of line and we've had to deal with that. But overall, our kids are so busy. We are changing. If you look at the guidelines there, middle of the page, toddlers, 3 to 4 minutes. Then you're going to the next thing. Preschoolers, 5 to 6 minutes. And then hey, we're moving, doing something different. Younger elementary, 6 to 8 minutes. Hey, after you told a Bible story for 7, 8 minutes, you got to get them up. It's time to move. It's time to do something different. So you're changing elements and doing things. Older elementary. We did one the other day. It was so wonderful. We're talking about slavery, talking about being in slavery and in sin. It's like dealing with sin. Well, it's talking about Egypt and them being in slavery. We had people just in our church that had handcuffs, and they came in and we did a little thing at the end, a little role play and going in handcuffs, representing being in slavery that, okay, I can't get out of it. How do you get out of it? You got to go to a judge and the judge's got to forgive you. Oh, guess what we get to do? We get to go to God. Man, when we brought those kids in and brought the handcuffs in and brought these guys in with the handcuffs, the kids, every kid wanted to be in a handcuff. Okay, it was great. Very, very interactive. So, during the class time, we didn't have every kid in handcuffs. We used one kid, we demonstrated it, we showed it. But then, at the end, when we were finished and we were able to do our prayer time with the kids and we were doing our craft time, we said, okay, kids, guess what? If you want to get in handcuffs, line up. Well, every single child wanted to be in handcuffs, and it was great. So we want to be interactive. We want to do a lot of things with the kids, but behavior issues, I'm just telling you, we negate huge amount of behavior issues by having the structure, which also means as teachers, if you're the teacher, lead teacher, it's about being prepared, knowing the order, knowing where you're going, having your stuff together, knowing the Bible story. Boom. And you guys, just so you know, it'll be wonderful, 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 wonderful about doing that. All right, 22. Behavior issues escalating. We've had to do this. We've seen this happen. We've removed the child from the room to get them out. If they're completely defiant, if they're overstimulated, if they're overwhelmed, shut down, we have had to deal with a lot of these situations. And you know what? It's been taken care of, and we've been able to move forward. Please read through that. But if we've had to remove a child from the room over some behavior issues, we have our protocol. You can read through exactly what we're going to do. This is usually with older. Child-on-child incident. This is new to the policy manual this year, so please pay attention to that. This is where a child is engaging in hurting or we feel like targeting. It could be verbal or physical. Most situations are one and done. Most situations, it's not this ongoing escalated thing. So we do have to fill out accidents or an incident report if these kind of things happen. And then we will sit down with the parents and talk to them about the incident and fill that out. So if it's a one-on-one incident, it goes back to the minor accident, minor incident thing. If we're seeing that it's more targeted and we feel like that we're seeing a child consistently having the behaviors, then we absolutely will step in and we deal with that because we want to keep our staff safe. We want to keep our other children safe. We want to keep your child safe. So there we go. Confidentiality, page 23. Confidentiality guidelines. Hey, parents will not be told the other child's name or personal details of the other child or their family information on situations, that needs to stay confidential. So we want to keep those things confidential and private when there's situations that come up. So you as a staff, if especially when you're filling out that report and we're not going to write down the other child's name. We'll just say a child did this to this child. This child bit this child. A child bit your child. We took care of them. We, set them aside. Your child's okay. Here you go. But we're not going to say who did that. We will, if the situation escalates, then we'll take care of the other children, and we may let the parent know, hey, we've had to remove a child from a room or something. We just want to be very, very careful. We don't want parents getting upset and vindictive. Now, here's the situation. I was talking to a parent about this, and it's so great. She's like, oh, my child told me who it was. She's like, oh, yeah, she had an incident, and it was with this child, and she just told me who it was. And said, we went to the parent, and we talked to him, and guess what? The two parents worked it out. So can I tell you how beautiful that is? That's the body of Christ working together. And again, it was the child who told the parent, hey, it was this child who did it. Those parents worked it out. They dealt with it. Yes! Okay. 24, Bible and curriculum. So the curriculum that we use a curriculum that we really love, and we're enjoying this curriculum. There's some things about it that change, but it's okay. Overall, we love it. The Bible is more important than the curriculum. I really love the idea when we're talking to the kids and teaching the kids. I want you as teachers, when you're the teacher, please, I do not want you teaching from your phone. No. They see us looking at the phones all day long. They see their parents looking at the phone all day that long. That is not appropriate. Please open your Bible. Sometimes the other day we had a script, and they literally went from Exodus 5 to Exodus 12 in 4 paragraphs. And the teacher looked at me and went, and you could just tell they're like, what do I eat? And I said, well, cut it out and read from your Bible, from the script. And they did. That's exactly what they did. Both teachers, both services did that with the elementary, and it was perfect. For me, when I was reading over and preparing, guess what I was prepared to do? I was prepared to go, okay, we're going to read one passage here, one passage there, one passage there, one passage there. I was going to skip, and it was going to be a lot. Okay, the next part of this is, it says, if you have any idea about changing or adjusting the teaching element before the weekend service, there's absolutely wonderful guidelines to do that. Many of my teachers, if you're a great teacher, you've gotten to know, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to be saying yes, but I do want you to get permission, and I want to know where you're going. And guess what? But we're also going to have to do it in both classes, which means you're going to have to be prepared, and you would have needed to look at the lesson 2 weeks in advance so we can prepare the other teacher. Now, if it's a simple object lesson, or maybe it's a craft that you're like, oh my gosh, this is craft, it'll be so cool, this is good. Guess what? That's great. Are you going to prepare the craft for all 20 kids for both services? So changing the craft, changing something that's in here, we want to change it for everybody, not just for that one class, if we're going to change it. So just understand that I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that we want to make for sure we're doing the same thing for both. I had a person that did that with snacks one time. They would bring in snacks, but they wanted to bring it in for just one class. And I was like, well, no. And as far as, we had all these regulations for all the kids, so we didn't do the snack thing. Special areas, our playground area, secure area. Only the people that have their name tags on for that day are supposed to be in our playground. That's it. We're not supposed to have visiting parents in there. We're not supposed to have a parent that's not part of our team. Even if a parent is out there and you know that they have, but they don't have the name, like they're not working that day, they're not supposed to be out there with their child. Okay, that's a no-no. Hopefully the check-in people or whatever, they can have them say, hey, this is for our staff during this time. So do that. Make sure it's safe and appropriate. There could be things out there, again, that are harmful, things that are out there. Special needs room. We got a special needs room. This one goes through and just tells you, all the things that work with special needs and all. Boom. Guess what? Page 26. We are finished with this segment. At the end, I will just show this one. This happened last year. Again, I told you how blessed we are with so many wonderful staff members. And look, the new roles that we added this last year. These are new roles we didn't even have. Kids Worship Director for our elementary. Pre-K Curriculum Coordinator. We had last year, but we got a new person doing that, and it's expanded. Supply Coordinator. Brand new. We got a brand new check-in coordinator. Crawler Nursery Coordinator. We didn't even have a crawler nursery last year. The kids had to go in with the 2-year-olds and the toddler group. And so we didn't have a lot. And our church was getting full of a whole bunch of little babies. And we love it. And oh man, it's so beautiful to have that. So other roles that we are considering that could change, it doesn't, but I would love to have a rec crew coordinator. I'd love to have a pre-K coordinator. Pre-K coordinator, guys, 15 hours a week for a pre-K coordinator. I'd love to have an elementary curriculum coordinator, a Monday night coordinator. Monday night's going great right now. We got some wonderful people who have stepped up and are doing it great. And then just a Sunday morning coordinator to be an overseer that oversees stuff. Okay, so those are some other added roles, probably more. I'm going to give a break. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be running around the building and looking at things. And this is one that doing this on video, it's sort of clunky, but it will be very important to go through this. So love you guys. We'll see you back as we run around the building.